In a bold move on Thursday, former Vice President Al Gore challenged America to shift from fossil fuel dependence to wind, solar, and other natural sources within a decade. He sat down with CBS Evening News anchor Katie Couric.
Vice President Gore, let me just ask you about this challenge you put forth today, and to briefly explain what prompted you to do this. Why?
We've got to end our dependence on oil and coal. They're rising rapidly in price. That's why gasoline prices are going up, and it's why electricity rates are going up. But the new demand for oil and coal from China and these other fast-growing countries means that the only way we're going to escape the rising prices and the dependence on foreign sources is by switching to renewable sources.
You've set a 10-year deadline. Is that realistic?
An awful lot's at stake, Katie, because the scientists are telling us that we have less than 10 years to begin massive reductions in global warming pollution, or else this climate crisis might not be retrievable. It is retrievable and solvable if we start now on a bold program.
Your own group says, Vice President Gore, it will cost between $1.5 trillion and $3 trillion.
It's almost as much as the cost of the Iraq War, and it's almost as much as we would have to pay to go out and build new coal plants and new oil drilling rigs in order to get the energy that way. But once we built it, the fuel is free. The sunshine and the wind are here. China can't bid up the price. It's not going to run out. So we need to switch to a new system.
Alternate forms of energy are also high on the list of oil man Boone Pickens, who says it's time to break our dependence on foreign oil. Mr. Pickens joins us this morning from Dallas. Good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
You listened to Al Gore, and I've got to think, since I've been listening to some of the things you've had to say over the last couple of months, even if you're not singing from the same page, or at least in the same hymnal, is that right?
We're very close. Al is, he's on the mission of global warming, and mine is to reduce the $700 billion of oil that we purchase every year. Al and I had a long talk last week, and I'd say we agree on about 95% of everything.
That's amazing, because one of the things Al Gore said in his speech yesterday, we're borrowing money from China to buy oil from the Persian Gulf to burn it in ways that destroy the planet, every bit of which has to change. You go along with at least most of that?
I do. We've got the $700 billion is going to break the country, and we can't go 10 years. I agree with Al. We can beat the problem in less than 10 years, but we've got to have leadership to accomplish that.
And here's my question. 10 years ago, if someone would have suggested to you that you and Al Gore would be on the same page in this issue, what would you have said?
On this issue, I may have said that I agreed with him on a lot of things he was talking about at that time. Yes, Al and I on energy, and we've got to go to renewables. There is no question about it.
Yeah. Some people look at you and what you're trying to do with a somewhat jaundiced eye. You're building this giant wind field. Part of what you need to do is get the infrastructure changed, because you can't move that electricity on the current grid structure. And some folks would say, well, this is Boone Pickens. He's made a bunch of money. This is about profit. This is not about anything else.
Well, you know, I'm 80 years old, and I'm worth over $4 billion. It's not about profit, it's about America. It's that simple, and I think that I have the solution to imported oil, and it's to use natural gas as a transportation fuel, where we have an abundance of natural gas in this country. It's cheap, it's clean, and it's ours. I'm for anything offshore drilling, any of the, even ethanol. Biofuels. I'm for anything that is against foreign oil. We've got to the foreign oil is the enemy.
There you go. All right, we're going to talk more about this in the months and years to come, I'm sure. Thank you very much, Mr. Pickens, for joining us this morning.
Sure.
All right. All right, take care.